Welcome to the storm, my fearless audience. Ah, isn't it thrilling to gather here, drawn by the allure of chaos, the raw pulse of power, and the magnetic pull of the untouchable? You're here to witness a tale, a lesson carved in fire and shadow, a reckoning for those who dared to tread where they should not. They crossed a line they never saw coming. Oh, but don't worry. We'll take them on a journey they'll never forget. Picture this: they approach you with a sly grin, honey-laced words dripping with feigned charm. They think they're clever, don't they? Playing a game they don't even know the rules to. They toss out subtle barbs, a backhanded compliment here, a veiled insult there, testing the waters, convinced you're all grace and no fury. Little do they know, every poke, every jab is a spark landing on a pile of smoldering embers. They aren't waking a sleeping bear, they're summoning a tempest, a force of nature they're wholly unprepared to face. And here's the beauty of it: they're so accustomed to a world where others bow to their schemes, where people tread lightly and play by their rules. But you are the rules. You don't bend, you redefine the game. And when that calm exterior shatters, oh, it's a sight to behold. That split-second realization in their eyes when they grasp the enormity of their mistake. That's the moment they learn you were never the prey. You were the storm hiding in plain sight. Oh, they waltz in full of hubris, thinking they're untouchable. They spin their web believing it's their masterpiece. But they're blind to the fact that every thread they weave tightens around them. It's poetic, isn't it? They walk into a maze of their own making, oblivious to the hollow ground beneath their feet. By the time they sense the danger, it's too late. The trap has sprung, and there's no escape. Let's be clear, this isn't about brute strength or loud displays. True power is subtle. It's in the precision, the art of letting them believe they've won while they're actually sinking. You don't need to shout or stomp to make an impact. No, you operate with finesse, just a nudge here, a whisper there, and their facade crumbles. They thought they were the puppet master, but they never realized they were the puppet all along. And here comes the crescendo, the moment their confidence shifts to fear, their smirks to stutters. Watching them unravel is a symphony in motion. A masterpiece where you're the maestro, and they're dancing to a tune they can't escape. Each step they take drags them deeper. Each move seals their fate. It's not just a loss, it's a lesson etched in the ashes of their arrogance. When the dust settles, and the truth hits like a tidal wave, they finally understand. Crossing you wasn't a bold move, it was their undoing. They dared to challenge the storm without understanding its wrath. And the storm? It doesn't forgive. It doesn't forget. It leaves no survivors. So, my fierce audience, remember this: the next time someone underestimates your power, let them play their game. Smile. Let them wander into the storm they never saw coming. And when it's over and they're left standing in ruins, remind them quietly, firmly, that this was their doing. After all, we warned them. The game was rigged from the start, and only fools dare to challenge the inevitable. But oh, we're not done yet, my extraordinary audience. Because there's something even sweeter than watching their world collapse. It's the aftermath. It's the silence that lingers after the storm has passed. That hollow echo of their once loud confidence, replaced by the deafening sound of regret. It's in their eyes when they meet yours, unable to mask the fear, the awe, the understanding that they were never your equal. See, this isn't just a victory, it's a revelation. They thought they were playing a game of wits, but they were facing something far greater, a force so resolute, so immovable, that every step they took brought them closer to their own downfall. And the best part, you never even needed to lift a finger. Their collapse was inevitable, scripted by their arrogance, orchestrated by their own hands. You simply stood there, steady as stone, and let nature take its course. You see, there's power in stillness, in not reacting to their desperate attempts to rattle you. They want chaos, they want you to stumble, to give them the satisfaction of thinking they've gotten under your skin. But when you stay calm, when you refuse to flinch, it drives them mad. Because your silence is louder than any words, your composure sharper than any retort. It's the unshakable foundation beneath the storm, the quiet strength they could never hope to match. And when they finally crumble, when they're left sifting through the wreckage of their own missteps, you don't gloat. No, that's not your style. You let the lesson speak for itself. You let the weight of their failure sink in, heavier than any blow you could have delivered. And as they retreat, battered and humbled, you remain untouched, unbothered, unbreakable. This is the truth they will never forget. To challenge you is not just to lose. It is to stand before something eternal, something unyielding, and realize that no amount of bravado could ever tip the scales in their favor. You are the storm, the architect of their reckoning. And storms don't apologize. They don't explain. They simply are. So, my brilliant audience, remember this the next time someone underestimates your strength. Let them push. Let them prod. Let them write their own downfall with every smug word and every foolish step. And when the moment comes when they finally see what they've unleashed, stand tall. Stand firm. Let them see the storm they should have never dared to provoke. But let's take it one step further, my relentless audience. Because there's something even more satisfying than the moment they crumble. It's the echo of your power, rippling long after the storm has passed. You see, storms may end, but their aftermath lingers. And for those who dared to test you, the memory of their folly becomes a shadow that follows them everywhere. They'll walk away, if they're lucky enough to walk at all, carrying the weight of a lesson they'll never forget. Every time they try to rise, every time they muster the courage to challenge someone else, they'll hear your voice echo in their mind. They'll see your unyielding gaze and feel the weight of the storm they barely survived. You've not just left a mark, you've engraved a legacy onto their soul. And here's the twist, the part they never saw coming: the storm doesn't end with them. No, your power is not a fleeting display, it's a force that grows stronger with every challenge, every test, every fool who thinks they can stand in your way. They've become a cautionary tale, their downfall a warning to the next ones who dare. Word spreads, my friends. The whispers grow louder. Do not cross that line. Do not challenge that force. Do not awaken what you can't control. But here's the best part: you remain calm. You don't need to shout your triumph from the rooftops. The storm doesn't need to declare its power. It's felt, it's seen, it's undeniable. Your silence becomes your loudest roar. Your stillness becomes your greatest weapon. And while they retreat into the shadows, licking their wounds, you stand in the light, unshaken, a beacon of resilience and raw, untamed strength. So, my audience, let this be your mantra when they come for you. Let them. When they push you, let them. Stand firm, unyielding, and watch as they unravel, not because of what you've done, but because of who you are. A force of nature. A storm that cannot be stopped. And when the dust settles, let your legacy speak for itself. Let the world remember some forces are not meant to be challenged. Some storms leave nothing but silence, awe, and ruin in their wake. Now stand tall, my warriors. The world is watching. Let them see what happens when the storm refuses to bow. Let them remember what it means to face the unstoppable.